Ladies and gentlemen, when you look at a level of success towards the Stanley Cup, there's always a goalie that's part of it. Now, in 2019 season, Carey Price's great season allowed Montreal to get back to the Stanley Cup final. Although he lost in 5 games, people remember Carey's play as Stanley Cup worthy, but Tampa Bay was way too strong. Now, this guy we're talking about, there's a little bit of comparison with Carey Price because he came from a strong amateur career like Kerr did on the junior level to become one of the best players in the NHL. Now, this guy is borderline possibility for a Hockey Hall of Fame, but he may never make it because his greatest success was almost 82 years ago. He was a big part of the 1940 New York Rangers Stanley Cup squad, and a lot of people say if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have won it. So today we're going to be talking about the very talented and the very underrated Dave Kerr. Now, the native of Toronto, born January 11th, 1909, played for the Montreal Maroons, the New York Americans, and the New York Rangers. Now, he first came to major prominence on the amateur level, of course, when he won the Allen Cup in 1930 with the Montreal AAA senior men's squad. Now, Kerr was most notable for his time with the New York Rangers. His 4 shutouts in a single playoff year in 37 is a Rangers record, since tied by Mike Richter. In 38, Kerr was selected to the NHL second All-Star team and eventually won a Stanley Cup with New York in 1940. And of course, he didn't win a second one or another one until 1994, where the Mark Messier led the Blue and White. Now, in 1940, he won the Vezina Trophy for a Rangers team that led the league in goals allowed and had a 19-game unbeaten streak at 14-0-5. He was also selected to be the NHL first All-Star team goalie that year. As a Ranger, he missed only one game between 1934 and 1941 and started every game for 5 straight seasons from 1936 to the end of his career in 1941. He was also the NHL season leader in most games played by a goalie in 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41, most shutouts in 38 and 1940, most playoff games played by a goaltender, most playoff minutes played by a goaltender, most playoff wins, most playoff shutouts, and lowest playoff goals against average from 1937 to 1940. He was also the second hockey player to ever appear on the cover of Time magazine, doing so on the March 14, 1938 edition. Again, Allen Cup victory 1930, Vezina winner 1940, NHL first All-Star team in 1940, NHL second All-Star team 1938, Stanley Cup winner in 1940, and in the 2009 book 100 Ranger Greats, the authors ranked Kerr at number 19 all-time of the roughly 900 New York Rangers who had played during the team's first 83 seasons from 07 to 09. Now, with the Montreal AAA side in the Allen Cup winner, he went 8-0-1 in 9 games, and for the Montreal CPR squad, he went 3-2-4. Now, with the Montreal AAA side in the Allen Cup, he went 7-0-2 with 5 shutouts with a minuscule .49 average. Now, he graduated the Maroons in 1931, technically their number 1 goalie at 13-11-4, 1 shutout to 2.37 average, and ended up with the 2 losses in the playoffs. Now, 32 was a weird season. He played majority of the campaign with the Windsor Bulldogs, with a 13-7 record with a 1.91 goals against average. He played that year 1 game in the NHL with the Americans, giving up 6 goals and a loss. Now, at 33, he found himself back in the NHL with the Maroons, with 25 games played, 14-8-3 with a 0-2 record in the postseason. Now, that year, he also played with the Philadelphia Arrows of the Can-Am League, with an 8-3-5 record with a 1.81 goals against with 2 shutouts. Back to Maroons in 34, where he had a 19-18-11 record, 2.39 average with 6 shutouts. Rangers in 35, 19-2-6, 4 blanks and 2.46 average. 36, 18-17-2 with 8 shutouts, 1.19 average. 37 with the Rangers, under 500 in the regular season, 19-20-9, 2.11 average, 4 shutouts, and 6-3 in the postseason. Now, in 38, He went 27, 15, and 6 with 8 shutouts, 1 and 2 in the postseason. 39, 26, 16, and 6 with a 2.12 average with 6 shutouts, with 1 loss in the postseason. And of course, the big year with the Rangers in 1940, 27, 11, and 10, 1.54 average, 8 shutouts, 8 and 4 in the postseason, 3 shutouts, 1.56 average. His final campaign, 48 games again, 21, 19, and 8, with 125 goals against, 2.49 average, 2 shutouts, and a 1-2 record in the postseason. Final NHL totals, some of the best ever in Rangers history. 203 wins, 148 losses, 75 ties, 26,000 minutes played, 954 goals against, 51 shutouts with a 2.15 average. Postseason 18, 19, and 3 with 8 shutouts with a 1.74 average. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we go along and look at the great Ranger players of all time, I look at the great Rangers goalies, and there's been many. But Dave Kerr, one of the most underrated goalies of his era, we should be talking about him more, and arguably a borderline Hockey Hall of Famer. But it all works in there. Allen Cup, Stanley Cup, Vezina, first team All-Star, second team All-Star, consecutive, not say consecutive games, but close enough, more than 200 wins. Again, big in with the Ranger faithful. Maybe one of these days we'll celebrate him and Lorne Chabot getting in, two of the big Ranger goalies of the 20s and 30s. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, more than deserving in my mind to make the Rangers Hockey Hall of Fame. But NHL, if there's any media out there that wants to look at a project, and that's the problem is right now. A lot of the media that did cover the NHL could get these guys in are either retired or don't have any impact or have died. But with Dick Irvin, Stan Fischler, Brian McFarland, others still living, maybe we need a veterans committee, literally a veterans committee, to get these guys in. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what they're doing here with our Vintage Podcast, let us know with a like, comment, or subscribe. And again, requests are always appreciated and always considered. Have a good day. Bye.